This is a test. This is only a test.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the emergency podcast system. I'm your host, ComedianCP. You already know how I go, man. The podcast where we talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. If you don't like it, then you can just kind of just get the fuck out of here. And today I got some special guests, man. To my right, one of my partners in crime. You've heard of Too Funny Tuesdays, Too Funny Comedy. I want y'all to make some noise. Give it up for my guy, Ronnie Muhammad.
Thank you, bro. It's an honor to be here with you.
Hey, man, yeah, man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Then, to my left, one of the media moguls from our Too Funny comedy sector. But just not even that. Just really just any videos and pictures that y'all see. But well, give it up for Brian, first of all. Appreciate you.
Thanks for bringing this on.
Okay, so look, me and Brian have a lot of debates, right? That's why I brought this nigga on here. We ain't even go fuck with the professional shit, right? So, we have a lot of debates. We be riding the shows and shit, and I'm talking about space, and he's like, well, and so we had a heated debate yesterday about 3i Atlas. Now, it is October 29th. It's supposed to be here today. I didn't pay none of my bills because I was waiting to see if they was going to put straight up. I'm about to pay the bills. They didn't come, so I went ahead and paid all my shit today because that's how they do you. The aliens say they're going to show up. Them niggas don't show up. We had our bags packed at the door. Nigga, it's like your dad is coming home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or your dad coming to pick you up, but
Brian don't feel that way.
Yeah, Brian doesn't feel that way. Brian feels like, how do you feel about this shit?
About Atlas in general, or like how you want to frame it?
Hey man, I want you to tell these people what you was telling me, dog, because I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, because all right, so Brian, you don't think that there's a life form or could be possible life form on 3i Atlas? Right?
This nigga don't think that.
Absolutely not. So like, it is the third intergalactic thing to come into our our sector. Yeah, that one before that.
Okay. And what was the other one before that?
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it was some bullshit.
Al Nua, whatever.
Al Nua and Amua, yeah.
So that is, those two are the ones that we are honing in on. Mm-hmm. So as far as 3i Atlas, what I had mentioned to you was that it approached and came into our galaxy in a weird trajectory, like it was chasing our star. And that's what makes it scary. But where aliens come in and where these astrophysicists are talking about there's life on it, I don't see that.
You don't see that.
I don't see that at all.
With all the evidence.
But it's
evidence? That's the thing
evidence,
to me.
just because it might be. I'm not saying it's not, but the fact that people, bro, people just be, oh my God, no, absolutely. Y'all gonna be the main ones that's gonna get fucked up with them lasers. They gonna come, they gonna slice your car in half. You gonna be driving I don't know what the fuck going on. They go, because everybody else gonna be ready. They go, they gonna slice the shit out of you. You gonna be deli meat. Deli meat on the 110. You gonna be deli meat because you don't understand, you like to say shit don't exist, man. That's scary to me.
Oh no, I'm okay with things existing. My thing is okay, you use methods on how to classify where life is or what life is. So spectrophotometry is
don't just throw big words at me. Spectrophotometry. Listen,
spectrophotometry. I'm gonna break it down.
I know somebody on the spectrum and spectrum.
So we used to do this thing when I was working in labs way back when. When I was
give them your background as well.
Okay, I was an aerospace engineer for 10 years. I have a
whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. Aerospace engineer.
I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. But I've been working.
I went to school for communications. Literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Literally the same thing. Same things. Different math
access
classes.
to military projects that are now declassified, so I can speak on them. But other than that, this is the reason why I was telling you in the back of the car, truth is stranger than fiction. some of the stuff that we're looking at in 3i Atlas, the reason why I don't think there's any life in it is because like it's not what we would consider like carbon based or anything of that nature. The interesting thing about it is just its movement trajectory, just how it's moving. But even that can be explained with it breaking down and the gases pushing it to go in another direction.
Oh, that can be broken down.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. So like, a comet is just a mass of like minerals, rock, whatever it is. But if
Full of nickel with the light coming out the front of it.
And do you know what nickel burns? What color it burns?
Absolutely. I burn nickel all the time. It's like, what are you talking about?
What color does it burn?
It's orange and green.
Oh damn! Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, we're going off the pictures. We see.
I'm just saying, like
So
that's spectrophotometry. Like if spectral
I
just
know
means
that
like
shit.
what colors. That's not where I'm coming from.
All right, go ahead.
That's not where I'm coming from.
Hadouken!
So spectral just means like, okay, what color is this thing giving off? That could give me an idea of what elements are inside of it.
Absolutely. I understand that.
So that's all that big ass word really just color mapping.
So flying through space, you have to be burning. Even though
no, it's going to
space-
interact with our star, and once the radiation from our star hits it, it's going to start burning off.
Can I tell you what I think? I think that this 3i Atlas apparatus technology that we have not even seen or could fathom, it runs on. Think about some of our highest
runs on that.
oh my
assumes
God.
like it's a fuel.
But
let me finish though.
there's a compulsion system, right? Isn't it
It's
changing
moving
directions?
fast as hell.
Yes.
That means that it was either ejected from something, which is more likely than
Or someone ejected it.
So propulsion.
Something that's projected doesn't slow down and speed up. Slingshot purposely around different stuff to purposely in like it has a very deliberate path. It's not doing any random things. I also think that what I was about to say was that some of our highest level components on this planet have to do with solar energy, right? Like they use solar energy for a lot more than what people think, even to control the grid, right? And so you think about something like that was slingshot around the sun. Why? The same reason why I would pull my Tesla into a Tesla charging station. Maybe it did come to here for the star, and maybe it has no even real interest in Earth. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it just came here to charge up, fuel up real quick, slingshot around the back. It went to Buc-ee's. You know what I'm saying? They had a little Buc-ee's on the sun, right? Parked in that bitch, man. Ran into the sun real quick, got a drink.
A little brisket
You know what I'm
burrito.
saying? Oh my God, yeah. Okay, ran out of Buc-ee's, got a hat from the sun. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with shit we don't even understand. We don't deal in that element. But I think that looking at it from the standpoint of anything that you know, I think that you're doing yourself a disservice and missing the whole point about learning what could be. I think that, we say it, but we don't really live by it. Like, to know anything means that you don't know anything at all. It's so many new advances in science. How can somebody from 5 years ago say that they're a doctor when all of a sudden now it's coming out that Hawaiian punch will kill you? It's like, well, nigga, did they know that 10
They
years
probably
ago?
did.
Yeah.
You tasted it before.
Right, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that the same doctors telling us shit back then are not the same doctors telling us shit right now, because science changes. As technology changes, we get a chance to break down shit on a way more molecular level, right? We could literally break down everything and determine, how diseases are coming in, and so now it's like, understanding that and the jump that we took from bullshit medicine to now lets you know that we didn't know shit before, and we probably don't know shit now.
That would be, that goes back to the assertion, like, I'm going to use math as an example just because it's easy. Is math discovered, or has it always existed the way that it is? So, like, if you're if I'm going to approach things from that point of view, science isn't changing. Our understanding is getting better. So once that happens, then you have to interrogate more because you can see more now.
But that kind of proves our point where it can be a life form. It can be a vehicle or a vessel of some sort. Your understanding of what compulsion or how nickel or these type of materials are being used is based on your human or earth understanding of those elements.
And I want to touch on something too that you said, because I do agree with that. It's like our understanding is not what we need to be applying to understand this, or not even like we need to apply a brand new understanding. But what you just said about math is tricky. Dog, you ever showed your grandma a fraction and look at her face? Like, dog, like math, absolutely. My grandmother, what the hell is going on? What the? I don't know what the hell to do.
No, do it
that's
right
new
now
math.
because like it'll be that new math.
Right.
You're like, I don't remember us doing division
But the
like
whole
this.
concept of saying that it's new math is only proving my point.
Yeah.
You had no right to give me a D in math when you didn't even know all the math of the universe.
Yeah.
You can't grade somebody if you don't understand all the math. You act like you know you don't know all the math, bitch. You know a couple of things probably, but it's a bunch of new shit out.
So the way that I look at things is like in destinations. However you get to that destination is completely up to you. So like when you're using your example of like new math or something like that, you're just using different methods in order to get to the same place. For me, the most efficient way to get anywhere is straight. But there are other people who are not able to interpret things like that.
And they got to get there gay.
They got to get there crooked.
But nah, I mean, listen, man. Listen, I think that the scary thing about evolution is that there are certain things that do not serve us anymore. And a lot of those
vestigial
things...
features?
Oh, my God.
No,
you and the
things
big
that,
words.
that's the word for it.
Prestigial features?
Vestigial features like your appendix.
Nivestigial?
So what does that mean?
He don't know what the... Man...
It's things that we've evolved to not use anymore. Your appendix. You don't use... That's why you get...
And it's called a what?
You don't know what your appendix is for? It's for
My
digesting
God, bro.
grass.
I'm talking about vestigial...
Vestigial features. It's like things that are on animals, things that are on... I mean, within us that we've evolved out of the use of.
Like your wisdom teeth.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You smart and I'm intimidated. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm not using words to intimidate.
I feel like you're trying to outshine me. No, I'm bullshit. So look, so vestigial features, right? I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about anymore because I learned a new word. My brain pushed some old shit out. There are certain things that don't serve us anymore, including ideals and beliefs. And I think that those things change as we get proof and new developments. And you have to be prepared for that. As an intelligent person, you have to be prepared to come off of your stance. And I think that a lot of people in science and math and engineering are so ironclad to their beliefs based on what their job has taught them to know that they're the people who are in charge of introducing us to a lot of shit, and they don't do it because they simply cannot fathom it. It doesn't make sense to them, and therefore it doesn't get respected. And I think that we are babies compared to the technology that used to be here before we lost the world, and to what our potential is, and to what I think AI is about to help us to
help
us to usher in.
Every known philosopher before us who's written about AI has already said that AI is going to see us as a virus and wipe us out. But that's besides the point.
Bruh.
Going to your point about science or like engineering or these frames of thought, they don't operate on beliefs.
Hold up, man.
We
To what
operate
you
on
just said about AI looking at us like what that remind me of? That remind me of like somebody telling their kids, like imagine you got a daughter and you tell her, all niggas gonna wanna do is fuck you and leave you and never, and it's like, or that could just not be the reality, right? Like there's also an alternate way to view this.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, so like, how can we become the disease if we continue to learn through AI's fast computing process? Like, I ain't gonna hold you up. My chat GPT been on some dumb shit lately. Has anybody else's?
So chat GPT's had a couple of leaks. We'll just put it that way.
It's
You said
like,
a couple
dog.
weeks? All right.
Go ahead.
So I use ChatGPT for damn near everything.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to realize that I need not only a different email address, but I need to basically give it a different train of thought. I can't use the same account for work that I do for personal things because it reflects everything based on a work tone.
Yeah.
So I do understand that, it's really just learning how my rhythms, and then it kind of regurgitates.
That's how people end up in relationships with them.
But my AI did this weird shit recently where it lied to me, and I was like, wait a minute, like it was like I was like, yeah, make some images that I want to generate for the podcast, and it was like, all right, cool. And I was like, yeah, make the images look like this. It was like, cool. One more question. Should I do it like this or do it like that? And I'm like, do it like that. All right, cool. Okay, one more question. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Just do this shit. So then I kind of like snapped at it like, yo, just do what I'm asking you to do. Okay, cool. My next thing is going to be the images. I'm like, all right. Then I'm waiting. All right, what are the images? Can I be honest with you? I can't really generate like that. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, why would you waste my time?
Yeah.
Like, it straight up was like, can I be honest with you?
Yes.
And I'm like I'm finna feel bad for it. I want to delete it and then download it back. Be like, you see that?
Yeah.
I could delete you and download you back.
So
Act right. Put you on timeout.
So I had an experience like that too. We both got Teslas.
Don't tell people what I got. I'm talking.
I walked here, dog.
You walked here.
Yeah.
Oh, not the aerospace engineer. You ain't got no flying
spaceship,
shoes, nigga. Sorry, no, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So Grok is integrated in the car system now. So now I use it, and where I live right next to a stadium. So I always like to know where, when there's games and where certain teams are playing, so that I know how to make adjustments for time. So I use this AI tool to ask, random questions like, hey, what's the score of the game? Is it halftime? Where are they playing? And sure enough, the game had already happened earlier that day.
Yeah.
But according to my AI tool, it was saying that it was halftime. And I'm on the road like it's empty. I don't understand what what was going on there, but there was definitely a glitch.
Yeah, I see a couple of wrinkles in it. Like it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And because it's not perfect, that makes me fear it less. Because it's like at the end of the day, it's really just a bunch of brains together as a super brain that we can ask things
It's
to.
just a compendium of whatever we've thrown into it.
Yeah. Who? Dog, come on, man.
It's a collection
Come
of
on,
everything
man.
that we've thrown into it.
It's a compendium. It's like, bro, why are you doing that?
But
I'm not.
So to base on what you just said, to go back to the original point, I feel like all of our predictions on what we're currently seeing is based on a bunch of false AI tools telling us the simplified version of what it is that we, based on our current
It's based
thought
on
process.
our stuff,
Yes,
though.
yes. And it's projecting these things so that we can just, shut up and go as
And the
normal.
whole thing about like machine learning is, in that first cycle where it's learning, it's bumping its head into the wall over and over and over again. Then that's its life cycle. Second life cycle, I'm gonna start making a little right turn, and up until like it gets to the destination, and that could take millions and millions and millions of cycles till it gets there. We're only at 1%.
But we thinking outside of what you're talking about, because I feel like you just bumping your head against the wall of what they have told you, but really there's a
Who do
life
you mean
form.
they?
So, like, for example,
So
like,
scientific method don't care about my beliefs.
but like, okay, like, let me give you an example of where I think AI is headed, right? And why I think it's gonna be, they're gonna be like, look at how long it took them to make GTA 6.
Yeah.
It took them about a good decade to create this game,
Yeah.
right? AI is going to be able to create that game in about 2 hours.
That is a wild thought. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that they can generate that game, map it out? Why?
Not
are you serious?
not the game. You're
No,
like,
they could create a game.
you can create
engine.
a game world. I don't
bro.
believe that you can create
bro.
a whole game.
Why would they not be able to though? Like, what would hold them back? What would hold a quantum brain
From
back?
scratch.
Bro, these humans are doing it from scratch, right?
A whole world is.
Bro, are you serious? Have you seen what AI has done? I saw Tupac and Biggie eating Kentucky Fried Chicken with Martin Luther King watching the Lions game.
Man.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't think that they
kind
can
of wild
create?
that in the history books we're gonna look back and there's gonna be a Will Smith test. Will Smith eating spaghetti test.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be our benchmark for AI.
Yeah. I mean, because it's something so random, like, you know what I'm saying? Then what's gonna really fuck us up is Will Smith gonna fuck around and eat some spaghetti on camera. We could be like, damn, it look real.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, wow.
And we're gonna be tripped out.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to explain to you, bro, is that like we aren't thinking correctly. Like, bro, AI is absolutely 100%, Brian, gonna be able to create a game like Grand Theft Auto, because people are already creating games like Grand Theft Auto. And AI can create realistic images. It can also create all of this shit.
So for me,
And-
you're looking at it from what its capability is. I'm looking at it, what's it gonna cost?
Bro,
So
hold
for
on.
me, I
Yeah.
don't think it's possible because we don't have chips that are literally able to do that. And like when it comes down to like a silicon chip or whatever we need to get to, quantum chips, we don't have the resources on this earth available in order to make that happen.
We don't have the resources on this earth able to make the chips that we already making.
Yeah, no.
They've zoomed down into some of these chips, and it's like, bro, it looks like angel technology.
That's the reason why I'm saying like the next evolution of that is
and
quantum.
so because we didn't think that was possible, understand that like, bro, how can I put this? Imagine an open-ended AI world game where it continues to create itself nonstop.
Yeah.
Right? You would put
Unlimited
the processing
resources,
center.
I believe you. Unlimited resources.
You would put the
I'm with
processing center in the middle of the ocean. The cooling center literally would be.
you. That ocean turning brown next week.
No, it's not, bro.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
The most water in the
Tennessee
world.
turning brown right now.
The ocean is not going to turn brown, bro. It's not. What is it going to do? Like,
It's just gonna get polluted.
With
have
what?
have you seen every data center that Elon
yeah,
is?
it's sucking all the water out. That's why everything's turning brown, because it's literally sucking the water. They're using so much water to cool.
Yeah, but what kind of water is that? You have to there are things that go into this.
Right.
Energy is the thing.
But you have to purify that water because they're
Which
using
costs
fresh water.
energy.
But if they could develop a saltwater system that they could put in the middle of the ocean purely for cooling purposes,
Then that
you
would destroy the different
The marine life.
No, it would destroy the different biomes that we have in each.
it would change the temperature of that particular
not
area.
necessarily. It would just change the environments of every single like landmass.
Oh, so not more than the oil rigs that are there.
The oil. Those are two completely separate.
No,
like,
they're not. You just talked about the threat of pollution, right?
oil is something that the Earth naturally produces.
Okay, I understand that, but it doesn't produce it there. So is heat.
That's not true.
Heat is not something that the world naturally produces.
The core of the Earth is.
No, that's a nuclear reaction. Those are two different things.
What's
But
a
it's
nuclear
heat.
reaction?
It gives off heat.
Heat is as a waste product, yeah, but that has no influence on anything outside of the upper crust of like where we're living.
What are you talking about, bro? Let's go back.
I'm saying so like our world is spinning because of that nuclear reaction in our core. Mm-hmm. That's just going on and on and on and on.
That's
that-
what you
I'm
think.
saying-
That's what you think.
You believe Agartha's down there, so
I don't even know what Agartha is. What is
if you
Agartha?
believe in the first firmament, then you believe in Agartha. They
Oh,
can't.
well.
They can't go without each other.
I mean, we can't send rockets out of this atmosphere. They don't go anywhere. We only have been to literally a peach fuzz's length off of the Earth, and we can't go any further. But then we have. It's like
the
but I
space
put
station
one
isn't
data
even that
center in the
high
middle
up.
of the ocean, and all of a sudden I've turned the ocean brown.
Yeah, I mean, our resources work like that. I mean, this all comes down to the laws of thermodynamics.
All they're trying to do is cool these machines.
Cooling requires heat. This is the reason why like fridges were like a big thing. You had to discover an entirely new element in order to convert
But hold
heat
on,
to
hold on.
cool
And
energy.
this is why I have a problem with people who are blindly trained in these different aspects of science, mathematics, STEM, and all of that.
No, because,
Is
like, we knew what the
there's
world was
nothing
before.
Bro, so creating something like the Hoover Dam. What does the Hoover Dam do?
The Hoover Dam converts water energy into electric
How?
using turbines.
Right.
Turbines spin and that rotational energy can create electricity.
So where does the Hoover Dam come in at? The water passes through what?
The water passes through these billows that are built into it, and they turn the turbines that are on the inside.
Imagine that. So what I'm trying to explain to you is building something similar to a dam where we use the ocean water to power a cooling apparatus.
You can't do that.
But
the
then we
ocean
can't do that.
has the ocean doesn't flow like that.
Right, bro. But they can easily discover a current that they can use.
Or you can manufacture one like China.
I mean, or they have literal currents. There's a current that's been running between the United States and Africa and all of that's been going for years, which is why they have to create certain, I'm not about to act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about all the way, but I do know that there's a famous current that they have not been able to navigate that has always gone the way that it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, so establishing.
You have underwater currents. Those are real
So then
things.
what the fuck are we talking about? When I say we can get some water flowing in that direction, we could put that shit where the water flows as the ocean will flow, finding the current that is popular.
Unlimited resources, I'm with you.
There is no resource on this planet that is more unlimited than the ocean.
Unlimited?
I mean, there is, nothing more vast than the ocean.
That's true. We don't even
Right.
know what the bottom of it looks like.
Right. And
It's
so
less explored than space.
And so what makes you think that's crazy? Because we know 3i Atlas came from fucking 16 blocks away.
Yeah, because
but we
orbital
never even been in
mechanics
the
has
damn
been
basement.
developed over the last 50 years. Yeah, or 60. Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, why are you combating what's possible? Why are you worried about what's possible?
I understand that, we can literally do anything in the world with unlimited resources.
Apparently, we can do anything outside the world too.
When you're approaching things from my point of view, like the engineer's point of view, you have to have inputs to get your output.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, everybody loves the output. Everybody, I hear your output. How am I going to make it happen?
But I just gave you a bunch of scenarios that...
No. You gave me the medium. How can I make it happen?
Well, I think as things evolve, or our understanding of things evolve, hell, a computer was the size of this room,
Right.
when it first was created.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's in our pocket,
Right.
and
now it's porn right here.
Yeah.
It used to be porn in the whole room.
Right.
Whole room had to have porn. Now, go ahead.
Now you can take an image of even what he's saying of a female and say, "Hey, show me her porn," and that comes up.
No, just
I
a
never thought about
random
that.
person
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
face swap them, which is dangerous, but yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, you can deep fake.
So
He said,
That's disturbing.
the FBI finna come after this thing. And he said, they
He's
be
like-
deep faking. Anyway.
That's a crime in every every country except for U.S.
What, to deep fake?
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but my point is, I think sometimes
porn?
we look. No, not about porn. I think sometimes we look at what we've been able to accomplish with what we have in front of us too often. And there are things that we are still trying to understand. For example, we had the discussion yesterday about even the pyramids that's sitting right here in our face. We still can't explain it. We still can't explain a lot of the writings on the wall. You know,
you said that we never even discovered those cylinders under the pyramid. So then why would that shit be on the news that they did?
That was a miss. So like, news is gonna latch on to anything that's just to me.
What is wrong with you? Like,
so like, the
like,
method,
could y'all just not believe shit in class?
Brian.
No.
Y'all
The
used to be in
method.
class like cap.
So the method.
Cap. Go ahead,
You have to have a valid method of testing stuff. Like if I'm gonna be,
They obviously they did that.
no, that's not
Bro,
true.
what
This
you're
is like
telling me
using
is like we going to McDonald's and then
this is like using a CT scan to do an MRI. They are different
if
for a
all you
reason.
had is a CT scan and you didn't have an MRI, but you needed
That's
to look
exactly
at some
what
shit.
happened with the pyramids. You used the wrong method in order to test something.
Bro, if that's all you have, you still gonna be able to see something, and they saw something, and there was something under there. Like,
so
what the-
that method that they use does not detect things that are that deep below the ground.
Bro.
So it leaves a shadow.
but they still have
So I'm
those
using
machines.
the CT scan and MRI as a real example because I used to use a CT scanner for
This nigga made me have to eat some candy, bro.
no, like I used to use a CT scanner in order to
I
investigate
need to
like
get my dopamine up because you bothering me. Go ahead.
no, I used to use a CT scanner to investigate holes inside of helicopter blades. One of the projects I used to work on was Air Force One. So we used to make sure that there were no holes inside the blades before we ship them out.
Got you.
This thing is it was 30 feet long. So we had to make sure like there were no holes inside of it that were bigger than certain.
You do understand that that's not the only CT scan. That was a CT scan, right?
So what I'm getting to is the capabilities of that machine were getting better. So now I could see more. But by the time the books were written on it, they said, okay, we could only have a hole up to this size. Oh, I can see more now. So do we change the books, which is going to cost money and resources, or do we keep things the way that they are? So like when you're looking at the pyramid stuff, I'm like, okay, our technology has gotten better to see stuff, but that test was not the right test to look for depth. We were supposed to be using different technology in order to look for it.
Listen, dog. It's still some shit down there. I don't give a fuck how they looked at it.
I don't
They
doubt
saw
that,
some shit.
I don't doubt that there are things that are down there.
You said it.
What I am saying is the
form-
structures of that magnitude do not make sense. And you're gonna say, oh, you may have an argument that says, okay, they did build like these pillars that are actually bigger than the pyramids themselves. That goes right along with your argument. I don't necessarily believe that is anywhere near like what they had discovered
You ever
based
seen
on
the
the
end
shadows.
of Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
You realize that we at the top of another world that was way below?
Which Planet of the Apes are you talking about? Were you
The
talking about Mark
original.
Wahlberg? Or are you talking about Charlton
original.
Heston?
Hold on, say that
Charlton
again.
Heston.
We were at the top of a world that was way below.
They were at the top of our world. So like
Okay.
they was walking around at the top of the fucking empire, the
Oh yeah, yes.
Statue of Liberty.
Yes. So
Where are you going with this?
yeah,
Very simple. All they had to do was show us the tip of that statue, and we knew because we were here what was under there.
So just a tip.
Yeah, nigga, you trying to be some freaky shit. But listen, as people who were there, imagine this, right? Imagine you weren't from this time period and you saw the end of that movie. All you saw was the tip of that, and you was like, man, that look crazy. That's like a crown or something. Maybe it's like a big head, right? And maybe they would dig it up and it would just be the head. We would know that it's a whole arm.
That was exactly what happened in the 1800s. You're describing
No, but
exactly
listen, bro,
what it was
listen, bro,
like.
listen to what I'm saying, though. Imagine that just on seeing that tip, we knew what all was there. Like,
That's what the Rosetta Stone is.
People who look at the pyramids could be like, dog, they don't even know what that is. That was the top of them big ass things. They don't even get it. They're sitting here walking around praising this shit. They don't even know it's a whole. Because this thing, if they were on top of the Statue of Liberty, it wasn't just the Statue of Liberty. It was the water under the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, like Easter Island heads.
That means that all that shit had got, like, it was that many layers of evolution, that many layers of sediment, of years of the planet becoming a bigger ball.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but we have like plenty of things around this world that go to that. You got Machu Picchu. You got, So you got like all of Peru.
And so you see where I'm going with it.
I'm just saying, yeah, like the Easter Island heads.
It just hits you.
No,
like, if we got a bunch of shit on this world that does that, then
you got Olmec heads that are just like that too. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, we just thought they were heads. There was bodies underneath.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I'm not doubting any of that.
You are literally doubting it because you didn't like the method that they used to determine whether or not something was under there.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to explain to you is that is the problem with the engineering, science, mathematics.
How is that a problem when we literally would select the right test?
There's an arrogance involved that y'all getting these degrees. I'm telling you, bro. There's an arrogance involved in feeling like you all have to be the leaders of knowing everything when everything is not to be known.
That's the misconception.
Discover shit. That's what it feels like.
That's a feeling. Okay, I'm gonna give you the emotional intelligence side of things.
Ronnie,
your feelings are real.
Ronnie, how do you feel?
So, I think that for you on that side, for you guys have to have everything be matter of fact. And when it doesn't fit in these parameters, that's a perception. That's not true. But we just prove a bunch of cases where when everything was a matter of fact, and then you dug a little deeper and you discovered more. So in this world of, okay, to go back to 3i Atlas, all right, it's nickel, it's this, it's that. Okay, those are known properties, right? But to think that some other life form couldn't have studied this material or these elements enough to be able to use it as a vessel, the fact that that's not even a possibility.
That's the misconception about all of it. That's the misconception about 3i Atlas. The biggest issue about it is the reason why people are. I don't even know where the alien things came from.
The alien things came from the way that it was moving, how fast it was moving, the fact that it was not moving like anything else, and
what do you mean speed, not moving like anything
changing direction,
else?
Changing speeds, changing directions, going fast as fuck, being that long, like a turd. It almost. I'm gonna tell you what it felt like, bro. For a second, and if it's not true, like I said,
before this,
let me talk.
Okay.
Today, the 29th.
Yeah.
They didn't show up, whatever. But it felt like, man, maybe building a spaceship merged with some type of stone, rock, like maybe that is the secret of your shit not burning up when it go through the atmosphere. Yep. Maybe that is the secret to, like, maybe it's like a spliff. You got to wrap your blunt in another blunt. Like, maybe like they wrap their... That's what they started to feel like, dawg, is it possible that these people have realized that they can build, like, we don't build our cars and our buses with stone, my nigga. That's not how we build our vessels. We think that alloy and all of that, which has been proven, is the best method, right? But it's like, if you think about it, like, here it seemed like it could be a vehicle that had been merged with meteor style materials that would help it to be able to survive in that type of space atmosphere. And so that begat a new thought process, like, dog, if something built that to do that, then it must be intelligent life, whether it's a probe or this is a literal mothership spaceship, because it's the size of a city. That's where that came from. That's where the whole idea of us thinking that it might be intelligent life or something, that's where it came from. Is the fact of the matter is, it looked like a new engineering marvel. It looked like something that we hadn't thought about possible. Like, oh shit, maybe we should fucking,
the thing is, like,
the whole house should be made out of what the chimney made out of.
And because they late, they were supposed to be here. It might be some niggas. It might be some
They
niggas.
said something pulled up banging UGK.
So the
Yeah, I'm coming down.
So the thing about this is like intelligent life forms have been building things off nature. I mean, for years. Have you ever seen like the B-2 stealth bomber, something like that?
Yeah.
It's modeled off of the Peregrine Falcon, the fastest bird,
yes.
something like that. So, like to use your analogy, you're like, okay, this might be the fastest mode of travel, covering in rocks, which will give it propulsion because it's going to break down. And the thing is, like in our astrophysicists or like the smartest minds here may believe that nuclear fission is the fastest way to do something because
Based on the
almost
material.
an infinite amount of energy, and it'll continue to propel for literally thousands of years. So I mean, there is some credence to an intelligent life form can build something like that. I'm not doubting that at all. I'm just saying, hey, how did we arrive at that notion? Well, this is just the third thing to come into our universe. That is the bigger story than anything else. But since it's this,
It's not the fucking third thing to come into our universe.
that
Apparently,
we've been looking
what
at.
you mean? But some shit crashed on Roswell. Wasn't that some shit coming into our universe, or no?
There could be plenty of things that have crashed into. If you listen to Bob,
What I'm
Lazar.
trying to say is that's why it makes me feel like beyond the ice wall, flat Earth type.
But
other
Roswell,
technology.
we also didn't have the capabilities of like seeing as much as we can, and we are literally looking at 0.9% of the space
But they keep saying this is the third thing to come into our atmosphere
since we've been observing.
But we have been proving that there has been shit visiting us all the time, which makes me feel like they know that shit is from this planet in a bigger, more vast land mass outside of what we understand that be coming and fucking, poking
Which is
around on
possible.
us. Which is very possible because the fucking world might be flat and it might be under a firmament dome, which makes it globe-like. And the sun and the stars and the moon is in here with us.
So, I mean, it makes more sense because space is so vast. We don't realize how vast it is. It's going to be so we cannot fathom it. So, like all these planets that we're looking at to like terraform and all this other stuff, we're looking over here. This thing could have came from over there.
Yeah.
100%. I hear you.
And real talk, somebody brought up in the comments last week, I saw that shit, talk about this nigga don't get it. Somebody explained to this nigga, I said, how come if the sun is in space, how come ain't no daylight in space? And they was like, well, this nigga don't understand. Well, understand this. He was like,
What do you mean there's no daylight in space?
Let me cook. And so, because I'm finna cook. And so basically what it is he was saying like, light a match in a room. That's like in a dark room. And imagine that's what the sun, that's all it could do was light up that little area. The room would still be dark and that's still space. That's how you need to think of it. I said, all right, cool, my nigga, for sure. I'm gonna give you that. But guess what? There are also stars that are out here that are 400 times the size of our sun. So now let's say if our sun is a flame, then these big ass mega stars are fucking lamps. Now go into a dark room and light up a lamp and see if that doesn't make the room not even dark anymore in a right spot. So my question does become valid.
It doesn't. So that's not optics.
Why is it not optics?
No. So optics is like one of the trickiest areas of physics.
I wasn't as confident in that. So
I'm just saying.
The fact that he came on to
I'm just saying,
put a finger in.
Because it's tricky for me too. Like it was one of the hardest things for me to like wrap my
I know I
head
said
around.
that I got confident, but I ain't like how that nigga came at me like he was confident. Like nigga, I don't know shit and you don't know shit.
So
bitch ass
Bitch
nigga.
ass nigga.
So
We
there's-
both don't know shit. How the fuck this nigga don't understand the quantum physics of a go-go Power Ranger? Go ahead, my bad, my bad, but I didn't mean.
So the main thing about our sun is radiation, and what it's radiating off of is light and heat. I mean, you can consider them the same thing. They're just energy.
Yeah.
Basically, that's all it is. I would not consider it a lamp at all because lamps or like whatever light energy that you have has a certain distance to where it can, of influence.
But
These
all
things
light.
are so far away, even if they're that big. We're looking at them in the past, like 400 million years ago.
They told you that, huh? And you still
Those are
believe that shit?
astronomical units. No, because
You
like that's
gotta
how
be
long it
autistic
takes.
to be an astronaut, I think.
Because that's how long it takes for light to travel back. From there and back.
They be telling y'all anything. So the light is 400 years away? Got it.
So the
What
speed,
else? What else, Roger?
so light has been experimented to be a certain quantity, and like the Einstein's most famous experiment equals mc squared.
Yeah.
The c is the speed of light. So energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. So if I were to rearrange that and just to focus on the speed of light, I would get a radical on the other side. Basically saying that I can't go faster than the speed of light. It is that's basically what that is establishing. Nothing can go faster than that. That's the reason why we use it
I don't
as
agree.
a unit of measurement.
I don't agree. I don't think that it's nothing can go faster. I think that we haven't designed anything or we have not encountered anything that can go faster than the speed of light. And I think that is what every humanity, the race is to get faster than the speed of light. And I think that once you do that, you're gone.
No. Everything comes back to that equation, though. So, if it's rearranged and you're only focused on C, since there's a radical on the other side, that means it has an upper limit. If we do anything faster than the speed of light, time starts going backwards.
Got it.
That's what all of this means.
But based on our current tools of measurement, right?
No matter what we
Okay.
do, if we start traveling faster than the speed of light, we're going to be. If my body is traveling at the speed of light, and I come back over here, I go around the world, I haven't aged. You guys have.
How long? Like a couple minutes.
Yeah. It'll be something insignificant if I'm just traveling around the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to Mars, you guys probably going to age 9 months. Something like that.
So the idea that, and here's what I know, what I think. Let me stop saying what I know. You know how you travel so fast that you're not anywhere.
That would be black hole. That would be you've escaped anything that we can comprehend at that point.
So that's not going to the quantum level.
No, quantum is infinitesimally small where
Right.
probability don't matter. So you could be here right now, you could be right here, and I know that you're here. As soon as I take my eyes off, you're gone. You could be anywhere.
Hey, but why he looked at you?
He thought he cooked. He thought he cooked. You can see. Nigga.
That's what there's this thing called the slit
But why would that be your example? You said you could. A lot of shit could do that. You know
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
can't. So that's what that
I could be looking at you and then bam, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
you could be anywhere.
It's like, bruh.
And this is what we want. That's going to be our future.
That's gonna be our. What you mean?
Quantum.
Just going small?
Not going small, going improbable. So there are infinite many possibilities for anything to happen. In order for you and the things that you are talking about to happen, it would be in that one possibility that we're saying is not possible. So a probability engine literally is forcing that. This is a real thing. A probability engine would force the one outcome where I can get from here to Saturn.
My bad, I zoned out because I didn't understand a lot of that shit. You said
A probability engine is a quantum-based engine that would propel me from one destination to another, even though all physics says that I really can't do that.
ain't there so much debris in space that you really shouldn't be going that fast?
That's not true. This space is so spaced out, that's not an issue. Space junk is an issue for Earth.
Yeah.
Space,
But it's still in our orbit. It doesn't really escape our orbit, right?
no, it doesn't.
So space is clean.
Space is spaced out. Like
Space don't be giving a fuck, huh?
nah. But even if you're going to take a probability engine, you're not going straight to someplace. You're popping up at your destination. Now, if you're talking about traditional propulsion to something, then you're going to be crashing through stuff.
Oh, so probability engine is literally teleportation.
I wouldn't call it teleportation, but yeah,
just
if you
moving
use
so
the
fast.
it's instantaneous.
Okay.
Forcing your will onto whatever you're trying to do. Basically,
Boring.
This is the reason why.
Boring.
This is the reason why people think like we're gods, like we have the power inside of
think,
us
right.
to do whatever.
Yeah, we do.
through
Because
manifestation.
we can manifest.
Yeah.
So that would be the exact same thing as quantum.
Okay.
But it's not as fun the way as you saying it. Like me.
It's not fun
I mean,
because we have equations now.
well, first of all, like I said, equations fucked up a lot of grandparents' time with their grandkids, stressing them out. I don't know.
It's okay. Like math is just a language of how to understand like
everything.
things of the world.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We've overcomplicated and like
So
classified.
do you think there's higher levels of math that we
there are? There's like
Right.
9 degrees of math, stuff that we're not even able to comprehend.
Right. And we're still at the first degree, right?
No, we're at the 4th degree. We live in a 4th dimensional world.
Mm-hmm.
What's the four? I thought it was 3-dimensional.
Space time. That's the 4th dimension.
So
Your delivery-
knowing
your
that
delivery is
there's
hilarious.
multiple
Space-time.
degrees of math that we don't understand, with you knowing that,
They're theoretically possible. It's hard for anybody to wrap their head around 5 dimensions. But like there's up to, I think it's like 11 dimensions. Don't quote me on that. That are theoretically like able to be mapped out.
So here's the thing. How do they know? So there are people who are operating on 11 dimensions of math.
It's
In this
it's
world.
entirely not in this world, but it's entirely possible.
Okay.
So like they,
Also, I just want to know sometimes, like, do you hear yourself, bro? Like, because, like,
because I would give
the
you guys the donut
possibilities
experiment.
they're not just 11.
Yeah.
It's probably endless.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said infinitely possible. That's the reason why
So you
quantum.
said
does-
11 is okay.
No, this is stuff that we've been able to write out by
So,
hand.
but this is what I'm saying, Brian.
There's
I just
theory
asked
in
you.
even your concept of time is measured. The ultimate measurement is speed, right? MX plus
Well,
b.
this
What'd
is
you say?
no, it's a slope. So no, like the speed of light.
Right.
For us, that is the
That's-
fastest that energy can travel.
Based on our current book of math, or our understanding of
What
math.
is faster than light?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe once we crack these other books open,
But we're measuring based on that. In some other world, we could be measuring based on water.
Okay.
We could be we based our measurements based on like what we have attainable to us.
yeah.
So and then we formed our world around that. This is the reason why I use the math example. Is the discoverers are already here. These things have all obviously already been here. We're just wrapping our heads around things and then wrapping our head around it again and again and again throughout the generations, and just getting better understanding of like what's going on.
Yeah.
So like for me, these things are continual processes. That's why I say the scientific method is like continue. It's not something to like dig your heels in on.
But that's the thing, though. That's what it feels like they do, though.
That's the perception.
Well, the perception is everything, brother.
That's because people have dick measurement.
Yeah, fucked you up even saying that.
Nah,
Nigga broke down and said people are taking their dicks out. I'm sorry. God
You
damn
started thinking about
it.
dicks.
Shit.
About
Threw them off.
Shit.
They be having measuring contests
No,
over like
bro.
who's smarter than the next person.
Nobody's trying to be smarter. I think that intelligence is freedom of constraint of understanding. I don't need to understand it. I fucked you up.
No. Like,
'Cause
because
you
like
think
for
that's not
me,
possible.
no, because for me, like you do need to have guardrails in order to zero in on certain things. You can't.
You need to have guardrails in order to get grades. But if you want to gain understanding, you're gonna have to go off of a lot more elements than just like sometimes some shit that you're gonna have to feel, experience, and it's just different ways to learn it, man.
I hear you.
Okay.
But the problem is when there's more variables than there are answers, you cannot find an answer.
Always the questions, never the answers.
Always the questions is never the answers.
Always the question. That's my slogan for this podcast.
Okay, so for me, in order for me to get to an answer, I have to start Xing things. I mean, I have to start simplifying my problem.
But that's the thing, though. It's like once you get to an answer, as I was just trying to explain to you earlier, in science, in mathematics, in medical field, the answer is not really the answer. Like, dog, they thought chemotherapy was the end all be all. Now they're learning a lot. Like, oh, our bad. Doing the biopsy was fucking you up because we popping the bubble that got all the poison in it.
Yeah.
Our bad. So everybody who died was like, oh shit. Everybody who died in COVID, oh, our bad. We didn't know.
But these are continual processes. Medicine's
right, bro.
continuous.
But that's the thing, though. It's like we trust the medical facility. Like,
of course.
right, but
You trust the airplane.
but a lot of people have to justify their existence by standing on something.
I don't agree with the whole justifying the existence thing.
I mean, you ain't got to agree with it. I'm telling you that it is very prevalent in those communities. A lot of times, them putting their foot down about what exists, what doesn't exist, and the reason that they put behind it is because it's not possible. And it's like, that fucks me up.
So like that, I understand that. I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, being around these people, yes, I understand it.
Okay. Whoa.
But
Yeah, I understand.
yes, I get it, man. My bad, man.
because like you got people, fellows, tech fellows, thinking that they hot like whatever, and in reality, like you discovered one thing, and that's your life. You like leaning on it. That's how you get your money. That's the fallibility of people. You're dealing with broken people. You're not like that's separate from the science.
Mm-hmm.
And you're associating the brokenness of people with a method that's independent of feeling. The scientific method don't care about all that stuff. When I'm looking at 3i Atlas, I can easily explain its propulsion. When we're talking about forces,
Bro, you can't easily explain
whoa. I'm just.
what I'm saying,
I'm not
like,
even trying to cook.
You're
Like,
saying stuff like that where it's like,
so
bro,
there's
okay.
Let me get propulsion.
You have no idea what it is, but you can explain its propulsion.
Yeah. So like when I was talking about it burning off, there's this concept about force. Force is mass times acceleration. What we typically think of is acceleration is its speed, whatever. In space, there is no acceleration. If you're thrown from somewhere, acceleration is zero. That means there's no forces on it. It can only propel if its mass is changing. So instead of we flip it on its head, the mass is going down. That's how it's speeding up.
Because you saying rock is breaking off.
It's not that its rock is breaking off. It's causing chemical reactions that are speeding it up by interacting with the sun.
So it's breaking off.
Yeah, it's breaking off.
God damn. Brian. Brian. Like, dog, like I'm not the enemy, my nigga. Like you listen, man. This was a really special podcast for me because I wanted to bring an expert on here and I wanted to just to prove this point about how protective experts are about the holes that are in their concepts. And I think that it was very, very eye-opening today to talk to you because you absolutely know exactly what you're talking about. I know two things. I know you haven't been to space. And I know that you are probably very good at learning what is taught. I think that the reason why my podcast and podcasts like this exist is because I don't want to get to the answer as fast as the process dictates that I'm supposed to. Instead, someone needs to ask the questions that are going to spark the ideas that are outside of the proverbial box. That is, I think, when I talk about these things, and I know I'm being funny and all of that, but that is always what stands out to me and why I say always the questions, never the answers, because in retrospect, those declarations never age well, right? Like, I know they didn't go to the moon, bro. They could not have gone to the moon with that footprint that didn't match that shoe, with that flag, and with the materials that they had, like the flimsy foil and shit like that, that could not even get through the atmosphere of California, let alone Earth. Like, I know it didn't happen. You
want to know what my senior design project was?
What?
A moon base. I had to communicate with people from here in Houston in order to develop a moon base that would survive. So, through that experience and the experiments that we did, it's definitely possible.
No.
What I was telling you is like...
Was it possible in the 60s, my nigga?
Yes, absolutely. With the materials that we had, even back then. Was it improbable? Hell yeah.
Bro, so that shit looked like it would have blew away in space.
Do you think that we went to space?
I think that we went to space, but it was politically motivated.
So do you think what you saw on television, that was real?
You think when the president called the niggas on the moon on that landline?
He did not.
On the Motorola.
When he picked up the phone and said, "We're going to talk to the moon. How's it going, guys?" And them niggas picked up the phone and said, "President, we are doing well up here. It is warm, and we are floating." I see that. I see you guys are floating. He was on the phone. You think that he
watching
called
live broadcast? Who set up the cameras?
Who set up the They set up the cameras.
First steps. I was at the first steps of mankind.
They set the cammers up and then
got back in the joint.
That's like who feeding them African kids on them commercials. Like, bro, I know y'all got crafty. Y'all ain't giving them nothing.
Man,
crafty.
It's a production.
No, I know. You called it crafty. I'm sitting up here right off outside. They got
listen,
crackers.
Man. This is the Emergency Podcast System. Another episode of the Emergency Podcast System, where we are going to do podcasts wherever we can. The studios might change. My guests are always going to change, but the host's not going to change, and the mission is not going to change. It's always the questions. It's never the answers. We don't claim to know it all, but it's very, very interesting to understand what we know and what we are soon going to find out. I'm going to thank my guests, Ronnie and Brian. Tell them where they can find y'all at.
It's Ron_JR at Instagram, however. And then also Too Funny, that's 2.funny.Tuesday at Instagram. You can find all of us there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's our page. And then Brian.
You can find me at Ghost Mode Photos at on IG.
If you nasty.
Oh no.
Anyway, that's it, man. Appreciate y'all. See y'all again next time, man. Peace.
This is only a test.